Hi everyone, welcome to Python for Academics. In this video we're going to work further on our bibliography.bib file, and we're going to list all of the tags to the bibliographic items available in that file. Now in the previous video we've been looking for entry types with regular expressions, and here we're going to look for the tags that are located in the same row as entry type. And we're going to print all of those tags. So what we would like to obtain in this exercise is a list of these tags that looks like this. Now in this file, this bibliography.bib file, I have 8 references, so we'll get a list of 8 tags. Now we can accomplish this by modifying the regular expression to return that tag instead of the entry type. And other than that, the code is very similar to what we wrote in the previous video. So I already copied the code where we import the regular expression library and where we open and read the content of the bibliography database file. So I'm going to go ahead and run all of these cells. And now inside of that file list, we get a list of strings. Each of these strings is one row from that bibliography.bib file. So now we're going to loop over all of the items in a file list, and we're going to use a regular expression to search for a particular pattern in each of these items. So here's where we're going to write the regular expression, and we're going to search for that pattern in an item. And I'm going to set the output of that function search to a variable called match. And now I'm going to spend some time explaining how we can write that regular expression so that it captures the tag instead of the entry type. So if the for loop encounters an item that looks like this, then we would like to extract that tag from that item. You can see that this tag is always placed between the left curly bracket and the comma, and all of that is preceded by the entry type and then by the @ symbol. So the regular expression that we'll need in this exercise looks like this. Now I'm going to explain what all of these characters mean in that regular expression. The central part of this expression is located here inside of these parentheses. This is where we're going to capture any character but a new line. This is what the dot is doing, 0 or more times. But we're only going to capture that if it's preceded by the left curly bracket and preceded by a comma. Now we're only going to match this particular pattern if all of that is preceded by an @ symbol, and then after the @ symbol we also have any set of 0 or more characters. This is the place where the entry type would sit. We're not really interested in this exercise what kind of an entry type it is, just as long as there's some set of characters in that position. So now, as you can imagine, if this regular expression is going to return that tag because it's located between the curly bracket, the comma, and then we have the entry type and the @ symbol. So now I'm going to go ahead and write all of that regular expression here. So we have the left curly bracket. I have to precede it by a backslash because the curly bracket is a meta character in regular expressions. So I'm going to have to escape it. And then we're going to capture that tag inside of the parentheses. And then we're going to have a comma. Now I'm going to write an R before all of that string, just so that Python treats this as a raw string. And now if you remember the search function, if it finds that pattern within an item, it's going to return a match object. If it does not find that pattern, it's going to return a null object. So we only want to print the captured tag if match is not none. And now we're going to extract that tag from this match object by using the group function. We're going to access the first group because we only have one parenthesis in this example. And we're going to set that equal to tag. Now the last thing that we need to do is to print that tag, and we can execute that code. You can see that we get the list of 8 tags. You can see that in this particular bibliography database, we have some duplicate references. So for example, this article is present twice in that file, and this textbook is present twice in that file. So in the next video, we're going to write some Python code that helps us find those duplicate references inside of the .bib file. This can help you clean up your file if you're submitting your publication to a journal, for example. So I'll see you in the next videos.